Can we get him some coffee, please?
Hey guys, welcome back to News to the Sonic, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. Here to talk to you about Cowboy Bebop and Netflix's recent announcement of them casting 6 key characters from the anime into the live-action adaptation. For those of you guys who don't know about Cowboy Bebop, it's an anime that premiered back in like 2000, 2001 on Adult Swim. It came out in like 1999 by Sunrise Studios, and then we got it in America around 2000, 2001 on Adult Swim. And it's actually one of my favorite anime of all time, and it's probably considered to be the best classic anime of all time. It is a beautiful anime. You should definitely check it out. It's streaming right now on Netflix and I think Hulu if you want to check it out there. So if you guys have those streaming platforms, definitely check it out. Something a little bit different today. Normally I don't really talk about a lot of anime stuff, but I have done anime videos like top 10 anime you should watch and so on and so forth. So every so often I like to talk about anime, especially in my live streams. I'd bring it up once in a while. So here's the article about the casting of the 6 key characters. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and tell you guys to please subscribe to my channel. I've noticed that 60% of you who are subscribed watch my videos, and 39% of you who are not subscribed watch my videos as well. So if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, it really helps it a lot. Also, be sure to give it a like, click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything, and also check out my channel. There's plenty of content to binge on, literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of content to binge on. I upload videos on a daily, do live streams about now 4 to 5 nights a week, starting between 8-9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you definitely want it, if you want to go ahead and check that out, be sure to go ahead and check it out. Definitely a lot of content. So last uploaded content was a live stream last night, and then the day before was a Deadpool video. You can totally binge on my channel so you can catch up to the latest. And lastly, go to my Discord. A lot of people there that, like yourselves and myself there, chatting about stuff, movies, games, videos, you name it. It's all there. We've been talking a lot about the PS5 and how it's like incredibly difficult to obtain one. And we've been talking about Marvel Spider-Man and just pretty much fun, overall fun conversations that we're having over there. So if you have the time, please be sure to click on the invitation link down in the description box below and join the rest of the gang. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the article. Netflix's live-action Cowboy Bebop cast 6 key characters. A bunch of new actors are joining the cast of Netflix's Cowboy Bebop, and many of the characters are going to look a bit different, according to the deadline. Stargirl's Jeff Stoltz will portray Chalmers in the upcoming live-action adaptation of the fan-favorite anime show. According to the official description, Chalmers is the epitome of a Western lawman. He's also Jet Black's former co-detective in the ISSP's Intersolar System Police Homicide Division. He wears a chronic smile that makes you want to punch him square in the face, especially Jet, and that's only partly because Chalmers is dating his ex-wife these days. While Netflix has changed the name of Jet Black's former partner, he appears to be based on Fad from the anime, and in the original show he played a pivotal role in why Jet left the ISSP. In addition to Stoltz, the streaming service has also cast Tamara Tooney, Black Earth Rising, as Anna, the proprietor of the hottest underground bluesy jazz club on Mars. And while she acts as the surrogate mom to Spike, there is nothing warm and cuddly about her. Cool and intense, Anna is definitely not a woman to be trifled with. This sounds like a version of Anastasia, who ran a convenience store in the original. And actually, speaking of which, Anastasia seems like she could have been portrayed by Rachel House, which is the actress I'm about to talk about in just a second. But I was like wondering, well, why the swap and why the change? And then I'll get into like why these casting directors made the changes that they did in just a bit. So Anna's right-hand person, the non-binary Gren, will be played by Mason Alexander Park, Hedwig and Angry Inch National Broadway Tour. They run the front of the house for Anna's jazz club. As capable with their wit as a Glock, as confident in a dress as a suit, they are a Bowie-esque embodiment of 22nd century handsome and seductive beauty. On top of that, Rachel House from Thor Ragnarok is Mao, the capo of the Syndicate's White Tigers family, who was male in the anime. Despite, or perhaps because of her blue-collar background, Mao is more cunning, adept, crafty, and deadly than her counterparts. In more gender-shifting, Anne Trung, hard target 2, and Hoa Zuan, top of the lake, are Shin and Lin respectively. So in the anime, the Shin and Lin pair were actually males, but they did a shift in the gender again with these characters just to make things a little bit different. According to the description, dressed to kill because they do, Shin and Lin serve as Vicious's twin syndicate henchmen. Despite being fearful of their volatile boss, they are fiercely loyal to Vicious and his quest, for reasons we have yet to understand, to take down Spike Spiegel, who's being played by John Cho. Netflix has yet to announce an official release date for Cowboy Bebop. How do you think Jeff Stoltz will fare as Chalmers? Would you have preferred someone else in that role? Let me know down in the comment section below. And there you have it. There's some changes that are going to be occurring to some characters. I would argue that a lot of these characters aren't as memorable as the ragtag bounty hunter group that is Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, and Faye Valentine, and of course there's Edward, and lastly there's Ein. Now, why they did the changes, I'm not entirely sure, but if I had to take a guess, you probably wouldn't want to see the same show twice. So it's been stated that changes are going to be occurring. After all, this is going to be like a 10 one-hour episode series, so there's changes to be expected already. They've already done gender swaps and racial changes in the show. So really, when it comes down to it, as long as they're able to capture the charm, and that is like that of the ragtag group of the bounty hunters of Cowboy Bebop, the camaraderie, the tone, the aesthetic, and the music, which are the most important key elements to the show, I really don't care. As long as they're able to capture that, I'm totally cool with these changes, and overall, I'm very excited. I've been wanting a Cowboy Bebop live-action adaptation for the longest, and for the longest time, people have pitched the idea of Keanu Reeves playing Spike Spiegel, but I think that's a little too late now, being that John Cho already secured the role for Spike Spiegel, and Keanu Reeves is already in his 50s. He's kind of old. John Cho's already in his 40s, but he looks rather on the younger side than Keanu Reeves does, so maybe they can go ahead and de-age a little bit of John Cho just to have Spike Spiegel be portrayed on screen, because after all, the character of Spike Spiegel is 27 years old. So you guys go ahead and let me know, what are your thoughts on these changes of these characters? Do you like it? Do you care? Does it matter to you? Are you a fan of Cowboy Bebop? Have you seen the series? Personally, I'm a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop. I still have memory of watching this back on Adult Swim back in the day, and then I got the Blu-ray, and then I watch it every now and then. I would watch the series, because like I said before at the beginning of this video, this is one of the greatest anime of all time. If anything, probably the best anime you'll ever watch. It's got everything from like heartfelt moments to like comedy, and definitely you're gonna get a lot of laughs out of this show, to like very deep moments that really makes your heart sink, and in a good way. I mean, it can crush you, it can make you have all sorts of feels, it can make you feel sorry for these characters, because these characters in the show, and not to sound like I'm making a pun or anything like that, but these characters do carry a lot of weight. A popular phrase in the show is, you're going to carry that weight. I'm looking forward to all of those elements, and I'm looking forward to a straightforward narrative that's similar to the original anime, but yet somehow a little bit different. I do want to be surprised, but I also want to see references of like the anime, because it's got to stay true to its nature. And I think at its core, it will stay true to its nature, because the creator of the series, Shinichiro Watanabe, is going to be a consultant for the show. And as long as that's the case, I have a lot of faith in this series. So you go ahead and let me know your thoughts of the series. Are you going to watch it? Will you tune into Netflix to watch the series Cowboy Bebop? Comment down below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, see you, Space Cowboy. 愛してたと嘆くにはあまりにも時が過ぎてしまったまだ心の